And welcome to general session for July the 9th. And we will get started with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Boyce.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have some special guests today. I see in the audience we've got some very special guests with tiaras and all. It is that time of the year coming up soon. We have the Franklin County Fair. And so we have some guests here today. If you'd like to come on up and introduce yourselves and talk about the great Franklin County Fair coming up and what we can expect to see this year and all the great things happening.
Sounds good. I've actually brought my cheat sheet because there are so many great things happening this year. My name is Stephanie Rauschenbach. I am the media consultant for the Franklin County Fair. I have been blessed to serve this awesome board for a number of years, and we have a lot of exciting things to talk about this year. You will also notice that I have two, as Commissioner Brown mentioned, two very special guests with me. I have Cassie Fleur, who is our 2018 Franklin County Fair Queen, and Brooke Fleshman, who is our 2018 Franklin County Fair Princess.
So I want those boots. Look at
They
those.
both get
Those are
extra
nice.
style points for today.
Oh
too.
yeah, definitely.
So before I kind of turn the floor over to them to tell us a little bit about their experience last year and some of the events that they are organizing this year, I do want to give you a few details. This is the 102nd Franklin County Fair in Hilliard, Ohio. It will take place July 13th through Saturday, July 20th at the fairgrounds in Hilliard. And if you have not had a chance to visit the grounds recently, there have been lots of really incredible enhancements made to the grounds. We have fresh coats of paint, some newly paved floors. We have a beautiful new Northwest Pavilion that we're looking forward to utilizing. So the fairgrounds look sparkling new for the fair this year. So we're very excited about that. Also new this year, we are hosting a new venue on the fairgrounds called the Main Stage. Each night of the fair this year, we are going to have free live music. What's great about this, as a county fair, we always strive to be affordable for families. And what I love is that for your $7 admission, you can come in and not only enjoy some of the other great attractions we have planned, you get a free concert out of the deal every night of the fair. On the first night of fair opening night, we have a brand new rising country star, Drew Baldridge, who's going to be joining us. We have on Wednesday night a group called the Bundys, which are actually a sibling trio, Ohio-born, who have just had a very successful run on NBC's The Voice. So we have some really great names who are going to be coming out to the main stage every night for free. It's all lawn seating. You bring a lawn chair, a blanket, come out and listen to some music under the stars. So we're really excited about that. We'll be bringing back some favorites like the Monster Truck Thrill Show, Demolition Derby. We'll have motocross this year, so a number of really great attractions that we think will appeal to a wide variety of people. So we're excited about that. We also will be hosting the Commissioner's Pie Judging Contest. This year it will be cherry. We will be hosting the Franklin County Engineers Chili Cook-Off, as well as the Franklin County Sheriff's Cops and Kids Day on Saturday. So a very special thank you to the commissioners, as well as our Franklin County Engineer and our Franklin County Sheriff for all they do to support our fair every year. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Thank you. And if you would like to have your guests speak, that would be great. And then I know we've got Mr. Buck in the audience.
Very kindly, Commissioner, but I think these ladies here will do a wonderful job.
Okay. All right.
Thank you to all of you. The great support you've given us over the last several years, all the time. We look forward to coming to the fair and seeing the results as Stephanie just said of all the things. Thank you.
All right, first I'd love to have Cassie Fleur come up. She has done an outstanding job this year as our Franklin County Fair Queen, and I just wanted her to share a little bit about what she's done as Fair Queen and her favorite memory.
That's great. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having us. Good morning, everyone. My name is
Thank you
Cassie.
for being here.
I'm the Fair Queen. First off, I just want to say a huge thank you for everything that you've done and your incredible support of the Franklin County Fair. As a hog showman myself, like, the hog barn looks amazing, and we are so, so grateful for all of your support. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Are you showing a hog this year?
I am. 3.
Okay. Oh, 3.
Three,
Okay.
yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I've been in 4-H for 12 years. I show hogs and beef cattle, and I can honestly say that it's been the most amazing experience of my life. That sounds really dramatic, but it's absolutely true. 4-H teaches kids amazing life lessons that they would be hard-pressed to find outside of this organization. And I've come to realize that what we learn in 4-H truly transcends the gates of the show arena, and it has a lot more to do with life than it does livestock. I've had so many countless amazing experiences, and I've gotten to do so many awesome things that I would have never gotten the experience of doing. You know, we live in Franklin County. It's such an urban location. Not everyone has the opportunity to show a pig or to walk a cow. And so I do realize how grateful and how blessed I am to be afforded these opportunities. As Fair Queen, I've done so many cool things. It's been the ride of my life, and I've so enjoyed it. I'm sad that it's going to be over. But I'm so, so grateful for everything that I've gotten to experience. I've gotten the opportunity to travel to 28 county fairs. I've spoken with Rotary clubs and mayors and passed out countless awards to 4-Hers. But my favorite experiences and my most treasured memories are definitely always those spent in the company of the kids that I represent. These kids are going to go on to do amazing things in their lives, undoubtedly because of their 4-H experience. And I'm so grateful to have gotten to know the 4-Hers of Franklin County and to have gotten to serve them for a year. So, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
And if you would afford us another minute, I'd love to have Brooke
Absolutely.
Fleshman, who was our Franklin County Fair Princess this year, come up and talk about a very special event. It's a new event this year that she actually came up with and is organizing. So go ahead, Brooke.
Sure.
All right, well, like she said, my name is Brooke Fleshman, and I am your current Franklin County Fair Princess. The event that I am helping to head up as the president of the Junior Fair Board and just as an honest 4-H member is called The Greatest Showman. We will be bringing in kids with cognitive disabilities to the Franklin County Fair, and we are pairing them up with some 4-H members with goats, chickens, and rabbits. And they'll be coming into the fair on Friday the 19th, and they will just get to have an experience like they never have before. Because when normal people come to the fair, they get to look at the animals, and that's about it. But when these kids come in, the 4-Hers are going to get out their animals, and they are just going to get to learn how to show the animal. They're actually going to be paired up with a showmanship judge that is going to be a volunteer judge, and they're going to get to have a hands-on experience like 4-Hers do. And these kids, from their disability, they don't always get to be in 4-H. And so we're hoping to give them experience like they never have before. And we're going to take their picture with their animal, and then they're going to get a homemade barn made by the 4-Hers. That's a wooden barn, and it's going to be made into a picture frame, and that's going to be their take-home for the day.
Nice.
Wow. So 4-H has really done a great job, and you, Princess and Queen, have really represented 4-H so well. The articulate way in which you've talked about your experiences is just incredible, and it's just amazing. Through the years, I've seen 4-H just do such an unbelievable job. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
If I could also just add too,
Sure.
so when I was running for state treasurer, I had the opportunity. This is one of the best parts, without a doubt, of running statewide and in that job, to visit almost all 88 of the county fairs. So I think we got to like 60 of them, 60 or so. And my point for raising that is that you really haven't experienced Ohio. when you go to each county fair, each one is unique in its own
Yeah.
way. It has its own sort of taste of the county, if you will. And Franklin County is up there with some of the best in the state. And I knew that, I had been to Franklin, so I kind of skipped Franklin's that year, but I went to the others, and coming back here, I can tell you, it is definitely one of the best in the county. The only problem with going to the county fair is all the weight you gain from all the food you eat.
You like the pie. I know you do.
I'm gonna tell you, you go to some of these county fairs, and they've got some things that you've never heard of, but you eat, and it is amazing. It's amazing. And then let me just say this too about the 4-H students that I experienced statewide around Ohio. I mean, I had never experienced 4-H as a young person.
No, me
and so it wasn't until I was adult that I sort of
Yeah.
knew what it was and got to see it. But to see what these young people do with raising hogs
Oh,
and
goodness.
and the beef and the cattle and all. I mean, it's quite amazing. And just a really quick story. They were showing the hogs the first time, and you go and you bid
Yeah.
on the hog, and so I bid, and then I saw the person, that was like they're going to be happy, and this young lady, she just started crying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you won. Like, why would you? And then they took me over to the side to explain to me that, the situation. They were like, but you donated back, and so it worked out for that young lady. So, I mean, it's just a good experience, I think, and folks just do such a good job. So
Oh.
congratulations on being such good representatives. And you both are very good public speakers, by the way.
Absolutely.
And so good luck, and we'll see you. Come by the pie eating or pie judging contest that we have. It's quite the experience. Yeah, to say the least. So, thanks for being here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. I should get my tiara. I have one in my office. I do, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I have this piece of art. Okay. Come out to the fair. All right. County engineer, who I know will be at the fair.
Resolution number 499-19, authorizing non-general fund supplemental appropriations for the motor vehicle and gas tax fund.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning, Commissioners. On behalf of Engineer Robertson, my name is Fritz Crozier, Chief Deputy of Engineering, and with me today is
Lauren Sang.
Commissioners. This first resolution seeks authorization of non-general fund supplemental appropriations for the motor vehicle and gas tax fund. The requested amount is $5.663 million. Pending any questions, I'd ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 499-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 499-19 has been adopted. Resolution number 500-19, authorizing County Engineer Cornell R. Robinson to submit applications and execute project agreements on behalf of Franklin County for Ohio Public Works Commission funding of road and bridge projects.
Commissioners, as noted, this next resolution seeks authorization to submit applications and execute project agreements on behalf of Franklin County for Ohio Public Works Commission funding. Applications will be submitted no later than September 12th, 2019, and awards will likely be made in December. While final determination has not been made on exactly which projects to submit this round, the following projects are likely candidates. Toy Road, Swisher Road, and Saltzgaber Road, Walnut Road at Harlem Road intersection, Agler Road over Alum Creek, and Reynoldsburg New Albany Road at Havens Road. Pending any questions, I would ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 500-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 500-19 has been adopted. Resolution number 501-19, the Manikin Smith Group Incorporated Consulting Engineers appointed to assist the Franklin County Engineer in performing preliminary engineering for the Morris Road at Babbitt Road Improvement Project, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $179,989.
Commissioners, as noted, this resolution seeks approval to enter into the consultant services agreement with the Manikin Smith Group Incorporated to perform preliminary engineering for the Morse Road at Babbitt Road Improvement Project. The Manikin Smith Group Incorporated is selected via a qualifications-based selection process, and pending any questions, I'll ask your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 501-19.
I'll second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 501-19 has been adopted. Resolution number 502-19, Woolperk Incorporated Consulting Engineers appointed to assist the Franklin County Engineer in performing engineering services for the improvement of Smothers Road at Harlem Road, Plain Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $22,500.
Commissioners, this resolution seeks approval to enter into a consultant services agreement with Woolpert Incorporated to perform engineering services for the Smothers Road at Harlem Road Detention Pond Project. It is located in Plain Township, Franklin County, Ohio. Woolpert Incorporated is selected via a qualifications-based selection process, and pending any questions, I'll ask your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 502-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 502-19 has been adopted. Resolution number 503-19, report fifth of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Boer Road for the from Quail Creek Boulevard to State Route 104 project, Jackson Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $12,125.
Commissioners, as noted, this resolution seeks compensation for property owners abutting the Boer Road from Quail Creek Boulevard to State Route 104 Improvement Project. Project located in the southwest part of Franklin County in Jackson Township will reconstruct Boer Road and build a modern roundabout at the intersection with Buckeye Parkway. We negotiated with property owners, and compensation was based on appraised fair market value. Pending any questions, I'd ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 503-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 503-19 has been adopted. Resolution number 504-19, approving street, storm, and water improvement plans for Morrison Farms East Section 4, Jefferson Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, as noted, this resolution seeks approval of street, storm, and water improvement plans for Morrison Farms East, Section 4. The subdivision is located in northeast Franklin County in Jefferson Township, south of Havens Corners Road between Wagner Road and Dixon Road. Approval of this resolution will allow the developer, which is Rockford Homes, to install the necessary infrastructure to begin the development of this phase of the subdivision. Pending any questions, I would ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 504-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 504-19 has been adopted.
Okay, under Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 505-19, authorizing the execution of a quitclaim deed to the state of Ohio for land owned by the Franklin County Commissioners, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, ODOT proposes to improve and realign a portion of Interstate 70 and 71. In order to complete the project, it is necessary to acquire a portion of land owned by the Board of County Commissioners. This land is located along Mound Street and the on-ramp to I-70 West. The requested land is approximately 0.0076 acres or 330 square feet. This piece of land has minimal value, and ODOT has requested that the board donate this land in lieu of compensation. County engineer recommends a transfer of this land via quitclaim deed to the state of Ohio. If approved, This resolution would authorize the execution of the quitclaim deed and transfer land to the state of Ohio for construction of the aforementioned project. Pending any questions, I would ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 505-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 505-19 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Sheriff's Office.
Resolution number 506-19, authorizing contracts for supply of commissary items for resale in the Franklin County Corrections Facility in the amount of $935,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dave Masterson, Director of Administrative Services, representing Sheriff Dallas Baldwin. This resolution approves contracts through July 9th, 2020 with 6 distributors to supply commissary with 126 items for resale. These items will be sold to the inmates in both correctional facilities with proceeds used to benefit them while incarcerated. Pending any questions, I ask approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 506-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 506-19 has been adopted. Resolution number 507-19, authorizing the supplemental appropriation in the Community Outreach Fund for the support of the Therapy K-9 unit.
Commissioners, this resolution authorizes an appropriation in the amount of $20,000 in the Community Outreach Donation Fund from the unappropriated cash balance. The funds will be utilized to purchase Surface Pro computers for work in the field and other Therapy K-9 needs we may have through the end of 2019. If any questions, we ask approval of this resolution.
If there are no questions or comments, move for adoption of 507-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 507-19 has been adopted. Resolution number 508-19, authorizing the transfer of general fund appropriations for the purchase of capital equipment.
This resolution authorizes the transfer of appropriations within our general fund to cover the cost of an X-ray machine ordered in 2018 but not received until this year, along with replacement dryers related to an emergency purchase earlier in 2019. With no questions, I ask approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 508-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 508-19 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Coroner's Office.
Resolution 509-19, authorizing a fourth contract extension for body transportation services in the amount of $220,000.
Good morning. Bev Harper from the Franklin County Coroner's Office and Fiscal Officer, representing Dr. Anahi Ortiz. This resolution will extend our contract for 1 year with Store Mortuary Services to provide body transportation. Store, their personnel are very professional and respectful and are an excellent representation for our office. They transport approximately 145 decedents per month, and they're diligent in maintaining proper chain of custody. If there are no questions, we ask for your approval on this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 509-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 509-19 has been adopted.
Thank you.
All right. Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 510-19, authorizing the Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services Director to enter into memorandums of understanding and related amendments with the Ohio Department of Administrative Services.
Good morning, Commissioner. Vivian Turner, Assistant Director. DAS is the state agency responsible for overseeing the ongoing Ohio Benefits Project. As you recall, Commissioners, last year we transitioned from the more than 30-year-old CRISI system, determination system, to the new Ohio Benefits System, which we now use to process food, cash, and Medicaid. DAS continues to rely on staff from county JFS departments to help identify areas to change and further improve the new system. Among the areas DAS is requesting Franklin County collaboration includes designing and integrating the legislative mandated work and community engagement requirements for the Medicaid recipients, as well as implementing self-service reporting using user acceptance testing features. This resolution would allow the Director to authorize an MOU with the state to reimburse our agency for the costs associated with our staff assisting with the ongoing Ohio Benefits Project for fiscal year 2020. DAS requires the MOU to document the relationship and to open up a purchase order to reimburse our agency. It would also authorize the director to amend the MOU as necessary to accommodate for any changes in estimated cost and any related amendments with DAS for reimbursements in state fiscal year 21. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 510-19.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 510-19 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sanitary engineer.
Resolution number 511-19, authorizing a contract for professional engineering services with MS Consultants Incorporated for the sanitary sewer system improvements project in the amount of $2,113,604.91.
Good morning, Commissioner. Stephen Renner with the Sanitary Engineering Office. I'll just turn this over to Ryan Stowe, who will give you more information about this resolution.
Okay.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Ryan Stowe with Sanitary Engineering. Sanitary Engineers requesting the authorization of a contract with the MS Consultants in the amount of $2,113,604.91 for professional design services for the sanitary sewer improvements project. MS was selected from a field of 6 firms and was chosen as the best fit following evaluation of their statement of qualifications and an interview with the county selection team. The project consists of 5 sanitary sewer related projects that were identified by Brown and Caldwell as part of their sanitary sewer evaluation studies they performed for the county. That project was about $3 million. These were identified as key capital improvements and consist of replacing 2 pump stations, sanitary sewer mainline point repairs and lining, and conversion of a current treatment plant into a pump station or force main, in addition to bringing sewer to the Canal-Roslyn area and Clinton number 2 service area. Source funding for this project will come from the $5 million provided by the Board of Commissioners to the sanitary engineers. As I mentioned, the overall cost of the value of the contract is $2,113,604.91. $1,163 is fixed fee, while $849,868 is time and materials, and a contingency of $100,647.85. MS will be utilizing 3 DB firms whose contract value total over $1.1 million, or approximately 55% of the total contract value, not including the contingency. The design for all projects will be complete by February 2020, with 2 projects entirely completed for construction by the end of this year. Pending any questions or comments, we request the passage of this resolution.
What are the DB firms? Are those identified yet?
Yes. You mean the names of the firms?
Yeah, who are they?
They'll be DHDC for materials testing, Murphy Epson for public outreach, and Ascension Construction Services for construction inspection and administration.
Are those all local companies?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. If there are no further comments or questions, move for adoption of 511-19.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 511-19 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Okay, economic development and planning.
Resolution number 512-19, accepting the compensation agreement with the City of Grove City concerning a proposed tax increment financing district, the Browns Farm TIF Incentive District.
Morning, Commissioners. James Schimmer, joined at the dais by Josh Roth this morning. Commissioners, thank you for consideration of this resolution as it came quickly, but we needed to do it this morning to meet timelines that are required. As you recall, on May 7th, the Commissioners received a formal letter from the City of Grove City, which expressed their desire to create a TIF district known as the Browns Farm TIF District. That district had an exemption, proposed exemption of 100% of the increase in the assessed value of real property within the districts for a 30-year period. Commissioners, you exercised your power under the ORC to formally object to that term on May 28th, and in doing so, preserve the ability to enter into a mutual agreed compensation agreement with the city to direct a portion of the diverted taxes back to the county. With that, I wanted to ask Josh if he can take you through where we ended up on the agreement, and again, we appreciate your concern for this project.
Great.
Morning, Commissioners. So this project in total is estimated to be $19 million in assessed value for 330 residential units. That's 110 condos, which is the scope of the project under which this TIF and this resolution is related to. Across Orders Road, there's going to be 220 apartments, and that's not inside of this particular TIF. And this development it requires upgrades to Orders Road. So what Grove City is proposing to do with their payments in lieu of taxes as a result of this TIF is widen Orders Road from 62 to Hahn, which is a north-south road. Orders runs east-west. And then they want to do a realignment on Hahn Road to take out a turn and instead put in a curve just north of Orders Road. And so what we've done since May 28th is we've arrived at a compensation agreement which would compensate Franklin County's human service levy agencies in years 11 through 15 at 25%, and then in years 16 through 30 at 50%. So that's $1.3 million in additional revenue that otherwise wouldn't have been collected but for the objection. The second thing that we did is this development surrounds the existing Story Point senior living facility at the corner of Hahn and Orders. And so we've put a provision in that agreement that would require multi-use path access from that senior living facility to the west through the development to the YMCA in Friars Park down there. And so this is in keeping with the last couple years of the Commissioner's policy on residential TIFs and making sure that they're accomplishing things that improve quality of life for the residents of Franklin County while also trying to preserve some revenues for the human service levy agencies.
Mm-hmm.
Pending any questions, we would ask for your approval.
I don't think so. You guys are pretty thorough. I would like your talking points, though. I just wanted to, if you give me a copy of your...
Absolutely, no problem with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So again, Commissioners, I think this is another good outcome of your due diligence on making certain that when we do residential TIFs, we understand that the levy agencies are affected, and that causes us then to get into a situation where we can work on compensation agreements and think outside the box on how we can make the project better for all the residents in Franklin County. So we're very pleased about that. And Josh and Alex Barris did a really nice job working through this with Grove City, and good working relationship.
Forgot to mention Michael Katz is here in the audience representing Grove City from Bricker and Eckler. So appreciate you coming, Michael.
I want to thank all of you and the city of Grove City for working with us on this. This is non-school TIF,
Correct.
as most of them are, and I just want to make that clear to the public that the schools are made whole. Don't have any other questions.
Well, we would ask for your approval of the resolution.
Okay. If there are no further comments or questions, move for adoption of 512-19.
I'll second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
Resolution number 512-19 has been adopted.
Thank you very much.
Resolution number 513-19. Review of petition to annex 0.62 plus or minus acres from Madison Township to the City of Canal Winchester, case number annex 14-19.
Commissioners, this resolution is to consider an expedited annexation petition of 0.62 acres from Madison Township to the City of Canal Winchester. The area to be annexed is property located at 6229 Bixby Road. which is south of Bixby Road, west of Winchester Pike, and north of US 33, the Columbus-Lancaster Road. The petition was filed by agent and attorney Gene Hollins of Frost Brown Todd, who is in the audience today, if you have any questions. 79.8% of the site's perimeter is contiguous with the city of Canal Winchester. And the city passed resolution 19013 on June 17th, 2019, indicating the services will be provided once the annexation is approved, and there is a statement regarding the possible incompatible and a statement regarding the possible incompatible land uses and zoning buffer. The petition does in fact meet all statutory requirements outlined in 709.21 of the Ohio Revised Code. Pending any questions, we'd ask approval for this resolution.
There are no comments or questions. Move for adoption of 513-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 513-19 has been adopted. Resolution number 514-19, review a petition to annex 0.75 plus or minus acres from Madison Township to the city of Canal Winchester, case number annex 15-19.
Commissioners, again, this is a resolution to consider an expedited 2 annexation petition of 0.75 acres, more or less, from Madison Township to the city of Canal Winchester. The area to be annexed includes property located at 6055 Bixby Road, which is south of Bixby Road, west of Winchester Pike, and north of US 33. The petition, again, was filed by agent and attorney Gene Hollins of Frost Brown Todd, who is in the audience, on behalf of the property owner, Teresa McCormick. 49.9% of the site's perimeter is in fact contiguous to the city of Canal Winchester, and the city passed resolution number 19012 on June 17th, 2019, indicating the services that will be provided once the annexation is approved, and a statement regarding possible incompatible land uses and zoning buffer. The petition does in fact meet all statutory requirements outlined in section 709.021 of the Ohio Revised Code. With that, pending any questions, I'd ask approval for this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 514-19.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 514-19 has been adopted. Resolution number 515-19, review a petition to annex 1.26 plus or minus acres from Madison Township to the city of Canal Winchester, case number annex 16-19.
Commissioners, this is a resolution to consider an expedited 2 annexation petition of 1.26 acres, more or less, from Madison Township to the city of Canal Winchester. The area to be annexed includes property located at 6091 Bixby Road, which is south of Bixby Road, west of Winchester Pike, and north of US 33. The petition, in fact, was filed by agent and attorney Gene Hollins of Frost Brown Todd, who is in the audience again. I'm sorry about the rote nature of this, but Jenny wanted to make sure that I was set up properly this morning. So 87.5% of the site's perimeter is contiguous to the city of Canal Winchester, and the city passed resolution number 19-011 on June 17th, 2019, indicating the services that would be provided once the annexation is approved, and a statement regarding the possible incompatible land uses and zoning buffer. The petition does in fact meet all statutory requirements outlined in 709.021 of the Ohio Revised Code, and I would ask for your recommendation of this resolution as well.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 515-19.
I'll second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 515-19 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Child support enforcement.
Resolution number 516-19, authorizing a non-general fund supplemental appropriation for the federal procedural justice informed alternatives to contempt grant.
Good morning, Commissioners. Susan Brown, representing the Child Support Enforcement Agency. As you'll recall, in 2016, the Administration for Children and Families awarded Franklin County CSEA a 5-year 1115 demonstration grant entitled Procedural Justice Informed Alternatives to Contempt. This random control trial project is evaluating whether intensive case management services using procedural justice principles is more effective in increasing child support collections than the traditional judicial contempt process. This resolution authorizes supplemental appropriations in the Child Support Enforcement Fund in the amount of $627,272 for the grant as a result of an approved amendment to the award by Department of Health and Human Services. This amendment allows the carryover of unobligated award funds from year 2 to year 3 of the grant. The procedural justice support officers are now managing a treatment group of 664 obligated parents representing 1,050 cases. Pending any questions, I request approval of the resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 516-19.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 516-19 has been adopted.
Thanks. Thank you. Purchasing.
Resolution number 517-19, approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $708,865.47.
Commissioners, good morning. Chris Johnston, representing the Franklin County Purchasing Department. Resolution before you seeks the approval of 64 purchase orders for which the county auditor has pre-certified available funding. The resolution includes 13 eligible POs totaling approximately $74,000. These purchase orders are for goods and services that have a higher likelihood of participation by small and emerging business enterprises. Of those purchase orders, 8 were awarded to small and emerging businesses, totaling $69,758.33, which is 62% of the eligible purchase order volume and 94% of the eligible PO dollar volume. And pending any questions, I recommend approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 517-19.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 517-19 has been adopted.
Commissioners, thank you.
Thank you. Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 518-19, reappointing Andy Keller to the Community Shelter Board of Trustees.
Good morning, Commissioners. Eric Janis, Deputy Administrator. Mr. Keller is the Vice President at Cardinal Health and a board member in good standing. Pending any questions, would recommend his reappointment.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of, my sheet already, 518-19.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Resolution number 518-19 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Any journalizations? We are adjourned, and thank you, everyone.
Are you around rest of the morning?
Yeah.
You get a busy.
I've got a 10 o'clock.